We're the American Red Devils, and we are previewing Manchester United's next match against Everton, sir, at Goodison Park. We are playing the Toffees. Ooh, bottom of the table, not bottom of the table, bottom half of the table. Grudge match against David Moyes and the Blues last season at Goodison before they move into their new stadium next season. And United in the dumps, coming off a tough loss against Spurs in London, 15th place. As tough as we've ever been, on the edge of a relegation fight. And Everton are above us. David Moyes on a march. They have gone unbeaten in the last 5 in the EPL, and they're in great form. And I think they are due, even though United's have their number. So I am worried about this game. We'll have some rest, but we know about the injuries. We know about the lack of form. We know about the lack of confidence. Come on, Everton. It used to be like good for a win. I could really use a win. It would certainly help us in the relegation fight. How are you feeling before this big match against the Blues next weekend, sir?
I'm not feeling great about this one. I think United is dying, sir. Absolutely dying. And we're dying a slow death. And the question is, can we die slow enough to not be in a relegation fight? I think that is really what it comes down to. I think the stats say we need like 11 points or something, and we need to basically not be relegated. We do have some like easier games, but this team is looking for some form. Haven't found it in the league. Like we are atrocious in the league. We've been frisky in the cups for some reason, but if you really look at the league form, Moyes, Everton, this is either going to be the best game we've played all year, or we're going to get taken out to the pasture and just shot like 5 times in a row. David Moyes dancing on our grave, just absolutely cooking us. And so I have a feeling it's going to be getting shot in a field by David Moyes.
I think you're right, sir. I think it's the latter. I think it's we're old Yeller. We're getting tied to the tree in the backyard and just getting hit over the head with a shovel. I think they might beat us up and beat us up bad because they're due, and we're sleepwalking. This team has no confidence. We got no depth. We have players playing out of position. Hopefully we get some players back. I have no idea the depth of like injuries outside the Amads and the Martinezes. So we're looking for a spark. We're looking for something because, like you said, in the league, we're a mess. In the cup, we could sometimes find form if we just right day, right place, right time. But like right now in the league, we are just grasping for straws, trying to keep our head above water, and we need a win, and we need at least a performance as well. So this is a big match. Big match against Everton, and I think David Moyes is going to be looking for a win, sir, because he hasn't had a great record against United historically.
Sir, don't worry. Hojlund and Xerxes, they're due. Like they just, it's just been too rough for them. They've been charging up all year to just lay out like a ton of goals and be amazing strikers, right? Like, they've just been saving it up for us. Those guys, they're at the level. They're totally 120 million euros to get those two, I think. Something like that. Yeah.
They're on your team, sir.
I'm just letting you know.
It's like,
I'll tell you what, they're due. Bro, they couldn't you put me out there, I might look like I'm going to score. Like, could you be worse? Could you be worse? Like, you put those two on a field together.
Yes, you could be worse.
By the way, there is no team in the league that would put those two individuals on the field at the same time. There is no other team. There is no other team. And we have to do it. And we have to do it every game. Like, they got some quick guys.
Maybe Southampton.
They got some quick ones. I'm going to say there's no other team would put those two players on this field at the same time. We have to do it every game now. Like, we have to do it every game now. It's absolutely insane. Losing my mind. Sir, talk me off the cliff. Before we do that, let's get into quick PSA for the podcast. We are now on YouTube. Check out our YouTube channel, American Red Devils. You can search us up if you're listening on iTunes or Spotify. Get over there, subscribe, hit the like button. It's free, helps hack the algorithm, helps other Muppets find the channel. And if you want to go the extra mile, check out our Patreon page, patreon.com/AmericanRedDevils. We do an extra podcast every single month. You get that and more. Also, check out americanredevils.store. Great merch. We got hats, we got stickers, we got shirts, we got scarves, we got beanies. We got it all at americanredevils.com for all your blog content. Sir, if you're listening on iTunes or Spotify, please leave a 5-star review. If you email it to americanredevils@gmail.com, Alex, when he gets back from vacation, will pick, pack, and ship some merch and send it to your door. It's Everton. The odds are basically even. 4:30 a.m. Saturday, February 22nd. I am dying. Got to get up at 4:30 a.m. to just watch the death kneel from this team, sir. Let's get into this match here.
Ooh.
Boise.
They're due. They are due.
Goodison Park. Last game at Goodison. Say goodbye to Goodison.
They got a new stadium. Where's our new stadium?
This one. It's the blue shit box next to the red shit box in Liverpool. You know it is Goodison Park. It's the last time we're going to play there, sir. You got the weather for us?
The weather is going to be low 50s, light rain, lovely northern England weather. Where are we going to eat in Liverpool? We're not going to eat in the garbage can. These aren't Scousers. Well, they are Scousers, but not our mortal enemy in Liverpool fans, the Evertonians. But we're going to number 9, Bar and Kitchen. Get yourself an old English breakfast. It is going to be an early kickoff, 4:30 Pacific, 7:30 Eastern Time, 2:30 Hawaii. I get home the night before. Ooh, it's going to be a fun wake up. So grab yourself a nice blood sausage, some runny eggs at the old number 9.
Looks great.
That's where I'm eating.
I got to say, I'm all into the number 9. I'm not into the Liverpool, but I'm into the number 9. Everton, FC, the Blues, the Toffees, the People's Clubs, or the School of Science, the Evertonians, founded in 1878, and they have spent more years in the top flight than any other club in England, sir. You know they don't like the Scouse Bastards. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. They contest the Merseyside Derby. They are in 13th. They just hired David Moyes, 61-year-old Scottish coach. Tell us about David Moyes, but I think we know him. Tactical genius.
Tactical genius. He just came back to Everton in January after finishing up at West Ham last year. Hey, old school English, like the kind of manager, not quite the same manager, but the same archetype, maybe a younger version that Ashworth would have wanted. He likes to play the 4-4-1 or the 4-4-2, second striker, attacking midfielder. They like to utilize attacking fullbacks while keeping the midfield compact. And then he likes to have very defensive central midfielders who are bodiers. So they're going to be physical. They're going to be aggressive. They're going to play in direct on United, high press. You know what to get. It's Premier League football. Teams are going to be coming at United. They're going to be playing at home. They're going to be playing in front of their home fans. They're going to be fired up. And United are going to have a hard time playing on the back. And we have to match their physicality and match their work rate because they're going to come out and work.
Sir, I just asked the Magic 8 Ball, are Manchester United getting cooked on Saturday at 4:30 a.m.? It said, it is certain. The Magic 8 Ball, the American, it is certain that we are getting cooked by David Moyes away at Everton. It is certain. Even the Everton fan awake on the text thread chirping us that they're above the table. He's chirping us ahead of the match too. I mean, I'll tell you, these are tough times when Everton is like in a relegation fight. They sacked their manager. They got the new manager. Bounce. As far as players they added in the summer, they didn't do too much. They did get Begovic, backup keeper. Obviously, we know the poor man's Peaky Blinders. Pickford is in net, but nobody to really write home about as far as their transfers are concerned. Checking out their form coming into the match, it is pretty good. Beat Brighton. Good. By the way, Brighton slap us around. They beat Leicester 4-0. Bournemouth did get them out of the FA Cup. There was rotation there. 2-2, big draw at home against the Scouse Bastards, who I think are doing better than us. And then they beat Crystal Palace. That is a show of strength. Crystal Palace, we made them look like prime Barcelona, and Everton dispatched them confidently yesterday. So this one is nervy. This is like, we're proper nervous against an absolutely shit team, but we just saw how we played against Tottenham. Lifetime against Everton, they've won 96. We've drawn 47, lost 71. First time we played them, 1892, sir. Everton Newton Heath. We lost 6-0. Could we see something like that? Last 5, we have won all 5. So Everton is due against us, and they have the new manager. Bounce their formation, sir. 4-2-3-1. And the player to watch that you have is Beto, who is the 27-year-old. He's been in great form here. Tell us about Beto. Number 14.
He's got 5 goals in the league. Got a big one the other day, I believe against either Liverpool or maybe it was against Palace. But he is a unit. He's the type of player that United could use, strong, fast, and knows where to be at the end of the ball. So we got to keep an eye at him. Who else they got? Brainwith, of course, we know about him. Tarkowski, Old English midfield.
I say we should have signed Tarkowski.
He would have been a great signing. He would have been a great United signing.
Jimmy Garner,
of course.
Jimmy Garner playing.
He's starting.
Yep. Look, this is not a team that should scare you, but we just don't have hope.
Scares us.
Here's the problem with United is there's no hope. There's something about the place, and I honestly, you could go through a lot of different things here. Looking at the Manchester United 11 star, I'm pulling that up here, what we sent against Tottenham. But like the whole idea is Hojlund, is that guy having fun? Is that guy playing well? Xerxes, is that guy having fun? Is that guy playing well? Garnacho, is he having fun? He's getting cooked on social. Dogu's coming into the, Bummerville.
House of Horrors.
Yeah. Delit, is that guy having a ball at United? What about Onana? Is that guy on top of his game? Maguire, like that. There's Maguire, Mazraoui. There's are two guys that are probably not enjoying it, but they're not like drowning. Delo is probably just ignoring it. He's in denial. Bruno, one of the worst years we've ever seen. Casemiro's on the way out the door. I mean, like, there's no hope here. Then the real problem is you fire the manager like Everton did. There's hope in Everton. Like, you could talk tactics all day, but if we
just fired our manager in November.
No, but there was no bounce. I've never fire the manager, no bounce. That's like
it's like
that's teams that fire multiple managers in a
again.
You know what I mean? Like in the EPL, it's like when you're that bad, you could fire a manager, nothing happens. You fire another manager. Then you bring in Big Sam, like that's kind of how it goes. Like we've never been this far down the table, but there are teams that like sack multiple managers in a season because it's that hopeless. And for some reason, United just doesn't have the vibes. There is zero vibes. Amorim, I'm sure, is not thrilled with them. He's told them that, but they're not turning it around. We haven't hit that whole like buy-in phase yet. So Anthony going to Batiste, hitting a few goals doesn't help Bummerville, by the way. Right? It doesn't help the Brunos of the world or anyone thinking grass is greener and that United is the problem, right? Like this is kind of feeding into this. So where's the spark, like you said? Where is it going to come from? Where's the jump? And I don't know. Maybe it could be a youngster off the bench, but the manager doesn't want to go there. It's just, I just don't see a lot of it with Garnacho, Hojlund, Xerxes. Not going to get me going. Not going to get the lads going. Like, and that's where Ineos failed us. They needed someone else in the attack. Like, I don't care. Like, you either need to keep Anthony or you need to get somebody else because with Ahmad out, season-ending injury, that's quite the squad you got in the front three. That's all your hopes and dreams right there.
Well, here's the deal, dude. Are we going to wallow in self-pity, or are we going to be like, who's going to step up? Because we can't. It's January, transfer window is closed. These are 3 players. They're all 25 or younger. Someone needs to step up. And actually, we need a couple of them to step up. There's Garnacho or there's Xerxes, but we need someone to start scoring goals because this rickety old team, like, I think we can hold it, but we can't score goals. We should have been able to score against Spurs. Obviously, we give up a lot of shitty goals, but like we need somebody to find their legs and start putting the ball in the back of the net. So we need people to start stepping up.
We need hope,
and that's the only thing we're gonna do. That's what our spark. It's like we're either whine about it or someone step up.
No, but I'm not whining. I'm saying like, how long is it? How long have? And I'm a fan of Garnacho. How long have those 3 had a chance to get a spark going, get some mojo going, score a goal? It's crazy. It's like
we can't even bench them.
Sir, that's what I'm trying to say is like they're up and up and up and up and we're waiting for the spark. We're waiting for like Zlatan came on, spark, bam, goal. Like Zlatan came, but he came in, spark, goal. Like Igalo came in as a transfer, he was frisky. Cavani even gave you something. We got nothing, sir. Great. We got nothing, and we're dying. We're dying. We got Everton at the weekend. Like this is is Cheeto the guy? I hope so. Like we're gonna find out.
He's too young, dude. He's too young. He's a great talent. I've watched him in the U21.
Hey,
he's a great prospect. He needs time.
If you have this season, we got no options. I want to see Kone. I want to see Amos. Like here's the deal: we are 15th in the league. It's not bad to bring on Amos as a sub. It's not bad to bring on Kone as a sub. And it's not a bad idea to bring on Cheeto as a sub. That's not going to ruin them in the 70th minute. I want to see those three. The other kids, too young. Those three, I think, need some minutes at this level. If we're behind and you got to look for something, you should put them on. We need something. And that's really hitting the point where this team needs a spark. Odds are pretty even. Everton away. Everton plus 165. You're going to get more money for United. Everton's a slight favorite, plus 175 away, plus 220. Everton's 14th in the league. We are the dogs going into their house. That is probably the lowest of the low as far as odds I've ever seen United. Going away to a 14th place team and being a dog.
This is the worst place we've been in. This is the worst place we've been in the modern era since we've been relegated in the 70s. And I would agree. Against a team like Everton to have even odds, never seen anything like it.
No, we're the dog. You get more money if you bet United. Everton are the favorites.
Well, they're above us. And they're in better form, much better form.
All right, you're up, Alex. Score prediction, Everton away. What do you got?
4-1 Everton. David Moyes is due. We're due to get stomped. That feels like a proper stomping. Way to close out Goodison. We could have ended with a win, and then they could start stomping us in the new stadium. But, damn, they are due. They are due, and I feel like we're just sleepwalking. Not ready for that spark yet. I think the spark's going to come elsewhere.
I'm going to go Everton 2, Manchester United 0. Again, dying for goals, need goals, don't have goals. I'm kind of feeling, I was feeling a lot of hope. I was a little miffed after January, but I was feeling hope about the cups. Now it's it's uphill. It's uphill, really, with this. Like, Kobe hasn't been playing his best. And so it's like, even when he comes back from injury, he's going to need to get up to fitness. Like, could a Mason Mount get back and make an impact?
Shaw, anyone.
Like, I think if we can get through the next round of Europa League and you could find some sparks, like, could Shaw be a spark? I think so. Could, Lenny Euro hasn't been playing his best. Like, it's early, it's first year. I'm not going to kill the guy, but when he comes back in the team, is that the spark? Eriksen has given you some look. Is Mount? I can't say he would be, but I'm just looking for who could come back and get the mojo flowing at Manchester United. So, it's going to take a while. I think we're in a real dark patch. I think this is survival football. This is literally shut off the socials, head in the sand, because you're just going to get fired. Everyone's going to be fired up the next month. I just don't think you're going to be getting any hopium from Manchester United for a while, given the injuries we got.
No, I think that's right. I think we have to. I'm hopeful the manager can just, be creative. I know you don't want to lean on the youth too much, but I think, like you said, there are those 3 players, 3 or 4, Kone too, that are ready to step up for 20 minutes at a time. Just mix it up, get some of these players back, and see, can we survive in the league? Make it so we're not in an actual relegation fight at the end of the year. Get some form going.
Are we in a scrap? Are we in a relegation scrap?
No,
have we been pulled into a scrap?
Basically in the drop, because there's 4. Technically, we got enough wins with Erik ten Hag and Ruben Nistelrooy. So we have a buffer. But if we keep losing, anything can happen. So United.
But here's the deal.
I
want to let you know.
Need a player step up.
I want to let you know that Wolves, who have 19 points, are playing great. They almost tied Liverpool today, by the way. They look so good compared to United. It is and they're below us. West Ham looks bad. So but
West Ham looks bad.
You're
Southampton
we
looks
are
bad.
Literally being I agree. We're not gonna get relegated. Thank God Ipswich has got 17 points. But we could be 16. It could be there's a very good chance we could end
we're
up
terrible. We're terrible. 16. But and be in if you took the back half of the year, we would be in the bottom 3. Is kind of how I would think through that one. All right, sir. That's it. That's it for the podcast. You like the American Devils? Check us out, americanrevels.com, americanrevels.store. Subscribe to the YouTube channel as well. So I got our top 10 downloads last 7 days: Chicago, Illinois, Dublin, Ireland, Brooklyn, New York, Los Angeles, California, Melbourne,
Victoria, Melbourne, Australia, New York, Houston, Texas, Manchester United, Charlotte, North Carolina, and Hotlanta. So we're going to leave you with, sir, we've seen it all. We won the lot. We got to keep singing it because it's dark days at United.
Dark days. I would say, I like what you said, turn off the socials, go outside, get some fresh air, touch some grass, hug the loved one. United is not going to bring you happiness right now. Find it elsewhere. Grit through the shit. Let's get through hell. Let's keep pushing. I want to find a spark. There's got to be a spark somewhere this season. Let's find it, boys. Come on.
So your hope is encouraging. We've seen it all. We won the lot.